Okay, let's get into consumption. I want to just make mention that today we still have our Get Response PLR. You can get that at the plrshow.com/GRTT. And I do want to talk first about some of the PLR offers that are available, some of the things that we are standing behind in terms of getting proof. And as you know, Jean Kalinda is an offline marketer. She does courses and business models for people who want to get their toe in the water or just want to do a little bit of offline consulting. And one of the things that I said in today's newsletter was it's a good skill to have in your pocket. And so you may or may not necessarily want to do offline consulting, but the thing about offline consulting is that's one of the few things in our space where you have these skills that you have, building autoresponders, websites, and all these other things where you can go to somebody and get a check as opposed to waiting for an electronic payment. And so, again, it's just one of those things that it's good to have. It's good to know if you want to help people in your local area. Now, this is not for everybody. Having this skill in my pocket means that when somebody needs it, and people generally do need these services, means I can go out and I can perform these services and I don't have to wait to get paid. And that's one of the things you want to keep in mind about what Jane is teaching here and what she teaches in general. My friend Sajan, this is the last day for launch pricing of his brain health. And one of the things I said again in the newsletter was that I probably could have put together a decent bonus about this, mainly because since the pandemic, Laurel and I have been listening to YouTube guy. You may have heard of him, Dr. Berg, and then Dr. Amen, who talks about brain health. And I can't say that I agree with them about everything, but they have both of us thinking about the kinds of things that we eat and the kinds of things we put in our body. So if you have people who are in their 50s and 60s and they're buying into your membership or they're in your audience, that content is going to be of interest to them. Now, just in general, when you're talking about marketing PLR, the PLR, whatever you buy, it's not going to market itself. And so if you're going to be inside of the make money online space, that means you're going to be looking to launch and sell to people who buy and sell on Warrior Plus. You don't necessarily need a brand, right? Everything is product driven. You can have one product can be an absolute hit. Your next one can be a dog. Nobody really cares necessarily about your brand. And so you just need proof, right? You need proof that what you're going to teach people is actually going to work. And when I say that, I don't necessarily mean screenshots. I don't suggest that you go down that route. I mean, there are a lot of ways to provide proof. Social media is really good at that, if you're building in public. But basically, in order to go to the marketplace, you need to be able to go and get proof. And you can have proof in the form of other people using your training to get results. You can use your own results as long as you know that what you're teaching people is really going to work. Now, outside the Make Money Online space, outside of Warrior Plus and JVZoo and ClickBank and all those other places, you need to build a brand and an audience. So if you're going to sell information product, you're going to give people advice. Those people have to come to trust you, and you should be building that a little bit at a time, week by week. You'll do it on YouTube. You can do it in a podcast. You can do it in a blog, but you've just got to be there on a serial basis. And even though we're not necessarily a TV society, we still operate on that weekly mindset. So if you can do something on a weekly basis and do something on a regular basis, some people on YouTube do it daily, right? Whatever you do, you've got to build a brand. You've got to get people listening to you. They need to be listening to you about one particular area, and then you can ask them to buy things based on the trust that you build. Right now, if you're in the Make Money Online space, if you're out of the Make Money Online space, it doesn't really matter. If you do both of those things, you'll be even better off. So in other words, if you can build proof and you have an audience in the Make Money Online space, you're going to be even more successful. If you're outside the Make Money Online space and you have proof and you have an audience, you are going to be just fine in terms of building an information marketing business and getting people into your recurring income. I do want to talk specifically about the Get Response and then some of the other partner PLR. All recurring offers are going to be different. And when we talk, we are focused on trying to help you to build a recurring income. And so you don't need to design a membership that looks like anybody else's. I think that those things need to be organic. You don't build it based on the platform. You don't build it based on anybody else's model. You build it based on what you think people need and what they want to buy from you. Now, what I will say about this is that going forward, information in and of itself, right? That's not going to be an issue going forward because people can get that and produce it with AI. So that's not necessarily going to differentiate you long term. You can still differentiate based on the information you provide right now. Going forward, though, it's not going to be the case. the way you're going to need to set yourself apart is getting people to consume it. So you can have a brain health course, your friend can have a brain health course, Oprah can have a brain health course. The key is going to be how can you get that person to take it in, do what you've asked them to do in the course, and then get some life change from it. And so you're going to have to engage a person in some kind of way. There are engagement strategies inside of a course. There's social media engagement. Typically, when we're talking about engagement inside of an information product, that takes some skill and it takes some activity on your part. Now, you do have to learn how to do that one to many. Otherwise, you're talking about a coaching program. If you want to engage people one-on-one, you just have to charge people for it. So engagement one-on-one, where you're getting people life results and life changes, then you charge like a coach. You charge like a person who needs to be paid some upfront, and then someone who's going to be working with that person, on an ongoing basis. So regardless of how you do it, when you build a recurring system for recurring income, the question is going to be, can you lead people to the life changes that they want? That's what you got to focus on. That's what I have to focus on. However you do it, doesn't really matter how you do it, how you set it up, how you structure it, whatever you charge. As an information marketer, as somebody who sells advice and information in a format, you have to lead people to the life changes that they want. That is what you are effectively doing. So again, now Sajan has his brain health PLR. The launch price ends on that tonight. I don't have a bonus for that. I wish I had been looking at that earlier because I would have put together something for it, but now the launch price ends tonight. I do have a bonus that I'm putting together for Alice's Course Creator University, and I'll give you a hint on what I'm doing. I don't want to be mysterious. Again, it's not going to be the biggest bonus, but I do think it's going to be one of the most relevant, mainly because I'm really going to be showing you about one-to-many consumption and how you do that over the shoulder. Now, if you want to take the video and you want to use it, I'll give you unrestricted rights, but it's really for you more so than your customers. But again, if you ever come across a situation where you've got to use a video, you got to use ideas in the video for it, you're going to be welcome to that. And you can get that bonus at the plrshow.com/Alice S. I'm going to have that ready by Monday for you. Our friend Jonathan has a course on how to put together a bonus. I'm going to put together a tutorial on how you do that. And then our friends, you and Callie, are doing something on the subject of anti-vision. I had to look up anti-vision. And apparently what it means is that you give some focus to the things that you're trying to take out or you don't want in your life, and you make an effort to get them out. So some of these things are a little new. So the bonus I put together is basically technical. There's 3 applications I'm going to show your customer in our bonus where they'll be able to execute these anti-vision strategies. And that's a good complement to the content that you and Callie have put together. Ultimate Insider Jean Kalinda, her content goes off the launch price tonight. You get that at plrshow.com/Gene K. I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you that the best way to get all of our content and all of our training is to become an Ultimate Insider. And you can do that at the plrshow.com/insiders. If you'd rather use Warrior Plus to sign up, you can do that at the plrshow.com/Ultimate Insiders. Thanks and have a great day.